Right, absolutely. I want to bring in Ambassador Prabhu Dayal into the conversation as well. Ambassador Dayal, I want to understand from your perspective, when the Prime Minister of India comes and says that we will no longer differentiate between terrorists, terror groups and masterminds, and governments that are backing terrorism and are sponsoring terrorism and are under the influence of terrorism, are some of the actions that we've seen now being taken against Turkey in line with the same thought that our position must not stop at Pakistan, but also has to look at countries and other governments and other states that are supporting Pakistan?
You're absolutely right. Countries which are supporting Pakistan, which is out and out a terrorist country, those countries have also to be made to pay for their crimes. These are crimes. Abetting terrorism against India, which is what the Pakistani ISI does all the time, is a crime. And countries which stand behind Pakistan, support it, not just with words, but with drones and other sorts of military equipment, those countries are also engaging acts which are criminal in nature, and we have to punish them. So I'm very happy that India across the board, Indians across the board have united and are taking action to boycott Turkey, and also Azerbaijan. Let's not forget, Azerbaijan is also a country which is engaging very mischievously in supporting Pakistan. And again, Indians went to Azerbaijan also, like they did to Turkey, in large numbers. So there is a need to curb our interaction with Turkey and bring it to the bare minimum. And this is what we are doing. I find that across the board, there has been a very, very vocal support for boycott Turkey. Now, there are various other things. Mr. Sharat Kohli rightly said that we have to look at whether we can send weaponry to countries which are opposed to Turkey, like Greece. Now, Turkey is facing an armed rebellion from the Kurdish people, and they are desperately in need of assistance. We should definitely assist the Kurdish revolutionary movement, just as we should assist the Baluchistan Liberation Front, because there is an old no, my enemy's enemy is my friend. The Baluchi Liberation Front should be our friend. The Kurdish Liberation Party should be our friend. We should assist them. In addition, there is a need to speak loud and clear about the human rights violations which are going on all the time in Turkey. The leader of the opposition, who is also the mayor of Turkey, who stands a very good chance of overthrowing Erdogan, he's locked up, he's in prison, along with thousands of his supporters. This is what Turkey is up to. It is crushing human rights, and we have to speak out loud and clear about what is happening in Turkey. Let's not forget, the European Union has condemned human rights violations which are going on in Turkey. So Turkey has never missed the opportunity to speak out against India. It always includes a reference to Jammu and Kashmir in line with the Pakistani position when addressing the United Nations forums. Similarly, at the OIC, Turkey has repeatedly sided with Pakistan and taken up an anti-India position. So it's high time we did the same. There is also a need to downsize the Turkish mission. In fact, there are calls from various quarters that we should not even have full ambassadorial relations. We should down it to the level of the Chargé d'Affaires. So there is a whole lot of action that is likely to be taken, will be taken, and needs to be taken, because if this is the way Turkey has responded to the great gesture that we took to help it when 2 years ago it went through that earthquake phase, we gave it all the assistance under Operation Dost. We were friends. We said, you are part of our larger family. And this is what Turkey has done in return. It has given drones and military equipment to Pakistan to be used against us in warfare. We should take whatever steps are necessary against this rogue country.
Absolutely. Let me bring in Mr. Surinder Lali into the conversation. Mr. Lali, I want to understand from your perspective as well.